Hello and welcome to the Holy Crab. In this episode, we're gonna talk about function declaration in Rust. By declaring functions in Rust, it really helps the user of these functions to know the interface, like what can be expected as an input and as an output, and a little bit some tips about the behavior of that function. So, let's talk a little bit about Ruby on Rails just to make my point here. The idea is not to make a comparison between the languages because Ruby it's a dynamic language and Rust it's very typed, completely different paradigm, right? So, but on Ruby on Rails, if we see this user.find passing an integer, what can be the return of it? And if we check the method's definition, it can receive any number of arguments, and this should make it flexible to receive an integer or an array or a list. And if it finds something, it's going to return the instance of the user or the array of the users. And if it doesn't find, it's going to return a record not found. So it's going to raise an exception, right? How do we know this? It's buried in the docs or by experiencing using Ruby on Rails. How about the find by? So user.findBy passing the ID. It has a different behavior because if it doesn't find the record, it's going to return new. So we also know this because of trial and error or by reading the documentations, right? And in Rust, we can see clearly on the function definition that find user receives an ID that is an integer, and then it returns an option. And this option could be either the instance of the user or none. That is like the way to say no in Rust. And you can consume it using pattern matching, like the way we are doing on line 9. And only by reading the method, the function declaration, it's very clear the behavior and what can expect of it. So I find this pretty cool.